Hi, my name is Abraham. I have a tale to tell, our motivational story that inspired so many people on earth. I think by the end of this, you should be inspired and, in fact, change your attitude towards how you perceive others, how you view others, in fact. I have a story I synced. I read some time back, and right now I view it like a story that will change the so many mindsets that are here watching this video. The title of my story is A Tale to Tell. What if? And I'm here to read it. What if all of us decide accepting of financial status? What if we all become much welcoming? What if we all become our own and isolate ourselves from pride? What if we all cherish our families beyond what people expect? Have a look. This is a story I synced somewhere. After so many years, I had pleasure to meet an old friend of mine. We've been apart for relatively 14 years or so, but this time we met in a hotel lobby. I didn't expect that after so many years of growth, her wife could still call her, call him Papa Ani, a name that was very famous so many years when we were young, when we were in college. I thank the heavens having brought us again together this time. When I saw him again, this time at the hotel lobby, he was looking simple. He put on simple attire. I felt touched. He walked up to me and he was glad meeting me again. But deep within me, I was not impressed by his status compared to mine, and a poor me, I couldn't hide. We exchanged contact details, and I could see the joy in him as he collected mine. I told him I'll drop him home in my brand new Range Rover and in fact pointed it to him, but my friend denied. He said he had already called for his car. When his car arrived, it looked old, a 2001, you can imagine, Honda Accord. I invited him the next day for lunch at my place. A part of me wanted to impress him, a part of me wanted to show him my success story, and a part of me wanted to influence him, while another wanted to discuss opportunities and possibly help him out. He drove to Parkview where I live. He looked impressed with my home. Wow. I looked taken. I had taken a heavy mortgage. In fact, I was deeply on a loan. I brought up more business suggestions, but he didn't sound too interested. He told me he was into a small business and particularly real estate. I asked him how could I help him, but he ended up saying he was fine. I doubted. Like, was he really into getting my help? You know, picturing whatever the life he was going through. You know, I picture his dress code, the car he was owning at the time. Compared to my living, I was that much wow. I told him if he was interested, I could help him secure loans. You can imagine that offer being a guarantor to someone. But he just looked at me and smiled. He told me he will invite me soon to his place. His old car came for him. You know, I was grateful to God for what I had. Indeed, fingers are never equal. I thought of myself, I was lucky. I worked in a good place. 2 weeks later, we went to see him in a remote, my wife and I. She was reluctant to go because She was not impressed with the man's status as to warrant our visiting him to his house. You know, I was able to convince her that we were close friends in college and, in fact, grew up together in a same remote. We saw the estate, asked for direction to his home. Those leading us spoke of him with a difference. With a difference. It was simple but a lovely home, a four-bedroom bungalow. I saw four cars parked outside and in front of his house. We entered the home. It was simple, in fact, elegant with a touch of class inside. He welcomed us warmly. Lunch was served. His wife called him Papa Ani. You know, during lunch, he asked about my managerial director. He said they were very close friends. I didn't expect this from him. But when I turned, I saw a company's gift on one of the tables nearby. That company owned 38% of the shares in the company I was working for. His, I inquired about him. I inquired over the trophy, over the company's gift I saw on the table. He smiled and told me he owned the company. He also owned the ashes. I was traumatized and lost words. I couldn't imagine that can be a sentiment from that friend of mine. I didn't know when and how I called him Mister. I didn't even expect that would be articulated by my tongue. You know, I was in awe of him. I had learned a lesson in humility, a big one, that appearance are perceptives. You know, he noticed my discomfort. During my journey home, I was very quiet. My wife was extremely in emotions. You know, she was humble and was calm. I could perceive her thoughts in my brain. I looked at myself, living on loans, heavy mortgages, and showing off while someone who pays my salary is quite modest and living a simple life. Indeed, deeper rivers flow in majestic silence. Adjust your perception towards others. Read, learn, and take a good step. Stop rating people based on their physical appearance. And take note that complicating your life for pride isn't something to be championed. We ought to act genuine and within our means. Thank you for watching. I hope I've keyed in a lesson to you. I hope I have mentored you. Thank you for watching and subscribe to my YouTube channel.